Hey gang, it's Wednesday. I am so excited because it's hump day. Woo woo. I don't have Chad to go woo woo
Or
anything.
like jump in and go, Humpday.
And JB has a new boom mic.
A new
Yes,
mic.
everyone, it is a brand new
So
boom mic for
please
JB.
comment on my high quality sound.
We can do this like NPR radio.
Yeah. Or the Joe Rogan podcast.
See, seasons eatings. Anyway, everybody, welcome to Dennis in the Know. This is your
I
backstage.
can't stop thinking about it.
Good times, good times. Hey, everyone, this is Dennis in the Know. This is your backstage pass for current trends, politics, and education in the dental world. It is live, as always. It is over a cocktail.
As
It is
always.
Yes, as always. And it is with my besties, or again this week, I have to say bestie, because our good friend Dr. Chad Duplantis is not with us. But you know who is? Dr. Jennifer Bell.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Exactly. I'm glad we have some consistency here.
I know.
Anyway, we miss you, Chad. Can't wait to have you back next week. Anyway, you all know the routine. We are all dentists, we are all educators, and we are all business owners. And our job is to bring all of you in the know. We have Mary Shields tonight, Dr. Mary Shields from Louisville, Kentucky. She is a cosmetic dentist and a forensic dentist, which for me is kind of exciting because I actually did my table clinics in my senior year on forensic dentistry. I studied with Dr. Ed Hershaft. Maybe she'll know who that is, maybe not. But he was a big forensic dentist at MUSC, and I even offered to go up to New York with him after 9/11. That was the first phone call that I made after 9/11 was to see if he needed my help. As dumb as I was, I still had been trained by him, and maybe could have filed his papers or something, or learn more. Just everybody just wanted to do whatever they could when that happened. So, but anyway, we're really excited to have Mary. You guys are gonna love meeting her. She's so nice, and we're excited to talk to her. But before we bring her on, JB, do you have any news?
Always.
Cool.
So let's piggyback on what we were just talking about with managing your overhead. And just recently, the CDA, which is the California Dental Association, filed suit against Delta Dental of California for the specific reason, highlighting several things, but mostly their carte blanche decrease in fees. Although they would argue some saw an increase, many saw no change. Most specialists saw a decrease in reimbursement. So it really impacted almost 20 to 40% reimbursement reduction to endodontists, periodontists, and oral surgeons. And so there was a suit filed against Delta Dental. We'll see if this gets any traction. But it will be interesting to watch because obviously on the West Coast in particular, Delta Dental holds a pretty strong, we'll use the term monopoly on the insured patients, where in most states on the West Coast, they represent somewhere between 90 and 92% of the patients seeking dental care that have dental insurance are Delta patients. So it is a big deal for this type of lawsuit to come forward. I just was speaking with a doctor out of California just this week who is struggling to find a balance between the type of care, quality care she wants to provide to her patients in biomimetic dentistry and remaining in network at the reimbursement rates being provided by Delta. So this will be an interesting discussion, as we saw in Massachusetts with the question 2 on their ballot. As goes one state, many will follow, no pun intended, suit behind them. So it'll be interesting to see if this will now become a bit of a snowball effect with some of the other states, particularly on the West Coast. Here in North Carolina, we have about 8 to 10 different insurance companies that are present. And so I think that has helped protect the providers a little bit from across the board fee reductions. But we are certainly watching this equally as close because we know we're as susceptible to that. So that just came out of California this week. Here's another interesting one that came up this week out of the federal government. The Federal Trade Commission has proposed some language against non-competes. Now, Jeff, when you brought in your associates, you offered them non-competes, correct, in their contracts?
Of course.
Right. Well, the FTC is looking to ban non-competes altogether for employees.